So today I was reading a book about the loss of human nature from the author Robert Greene, and there was specific chapter. It is chapter 8. Change your circumstances by changing your attitude. And today I just wanted to share you a story about a specific person that was set in this book, and I hope you have a lot of fun while listening to me. And also, if you are listening to this raw, unedited video, you have my respect because most of the time people don't really have this attention span anymore to just, take a look at a person, what he's saying, and just watch him and learn from him. Basically, this is like something very good of you to just have this attention to me, and I really have mad respect for you because generally this is like, top 0.1% attention span. Like for example, your classmates in school, the teacher is talking and you're probably the one who just listened to the teacher, and then you just see your entire classmates who are just, they're doing their own thing and really don't give a shit about what the teacher is saying. And so mad respect for you. So let's begin with the story. And it's about a person named Anton Chekhov. He was born in 1860. He was a child, obviously. And then he died at 1904. So in the beginning, Anton had a very hard life, and he was always like abused by his father, and he was always like abused by his father, and his father always told him to just go, walk at the shop, and the shop was very cold. So when he like did his homework there, because he had no chance to do his homework at home because he had to go to the store. When he did his homework, his fingers were about to freeze, and the ink of the pen was freezing, and because of that, it was hard for him. And the father always like, the interesting thing about the father was he beat him, not because he has anger or hates him, because he does it out of love, which the father actually says in the book too. And he also got the same treatment, and also he had two brothers, and he had the other siblings who received the same treatment as Anton. And as Anton grew up, and his father became more alcoholic, and his father, as things got worse, and let's just say, the two siblings went and moved all the way to Moscow, and the father, he was very much in debt. The manager of the store, actually, let's just say, bricked up the entire store, and the father was like mad and stuff. He was madly in debt, and so he fled to Moscow to the other two siblings of Anton, and the mother was forced to sell a lot of stuff and belongings of the home to just pay the debt. And as things got worsened, even the mom just moved out too. And so Anton had to, all this stuff he had to also sell them so he can pay the debt. He had a very hard life. He had nobody around him. He was just alone in himself. He was in a place called Tankong, and then he wasn't in Tangan Rock. Instead, he was alone. Let's just say. And one time, a family, decided to help Anton to just put him in a room where he was alone. Anton went into this room, and he always, like he said, he had the goal of becoming a medical student to just provide for the family and provide for himself and stuff. But here's the important thing, honestly. He had this hate and anger to his family, and because of this, he always recalled the beatings from his father, and he could not, forget the stuff that the father said to him. All the criticisms and stuff. The Anton was very, traumatized. Let's just say. But here's the interesting part. As time went on and Anton grew up to be more self-independent, he proved himself that he can, take care of himself, which will be a very important thing soon in the story. And because when he proved that to himself, he just gained this confidence, and because of this confidence, he decided to, work harder because he had believed in himself. And he used to go to libraries and read books, a lot of books about philosophy and philanthropists and just medics and all this stuff. He used to read a lot of books, and then he decided to, solve this trauma by himself by just one time, by just letting go and loving these things. Because one time when he was, on his thing, he he got a flashback of his family, and he just had this unconditional love for the family. And because of this, he just like he could understand why his father was beating him, because the father, received beatings from his father, from, let's just say, the grandpa. And Anton understood this and just started to like love his family, and he's just started to like say, well, my father, I understand. Maybe like if I receive the same treatments, I would just also like, put it on to my other to the other people, like let my anger out to other people I love. And my mom, I can't really be mad at her because I had no problem. I can't be mad at her when she was very weak. And so Anton developed love for his family. Remember, he was alone, and like I said, he was helping himself. Nobody guided him to all this stuff. And as time went on, Anton, became more better, and just he started writing stuff and interviewing other people and made a living out of it. And when this happened, he just went to his family, and let's just say family reunion happened, and he provided for his father, and he provided for a lot of for the entire family members of him. And also he had like a specific brother who had problem with alcoholism. And um Anton, instead of being nice to him and stuff, he just swore to him that if he didn't stop this habit, he will just you know you know co- cut him out as a brother. And Alexander, the sibling of Anton, just let's just say the brother of Anton, grew grew up and just gave up alcohol. And the problem was, this is what the other thing happened. The problem has arrived when Anton started to develop a specific disease called tuberculosis. Let me just look it up here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It is. It's a very hard disease where he used to cough blood out. It was called. Forgive me, but just hang on a bit. I really forgot the name, but it was something with tuberculosis, I guess. Anyways, you can just search it up yourself. No, let me not give up. I can do it. Where is it? Yeah, tuberculosis. Tuberculosis, and yeah, he was like spitting blood, coughing. He was spitting blood, let's just say. And these symptoms grew worse to just he was coughing blood, let's just say. And he knew his time was gonna come, but when this stuff happened, when he got this another painful experience, he just went back to the time of him of where he was by himself, of how he can forgive the stuff that happened to him. And he just decided to also be on himself, and then he decided to interview more people, and he wrote a book and about the people he interviewed at the most, let's just say, the worst prison. And the book was published, and people were touched by the book, because Anton also was like also touched by the stories. And Anton decided to just stop for the last time and enjoy the stuff that happened to him. And everybody that talked with Anton or just had a conversation could feel that Anton was not only nearing his end, but just he just developed this calmness, peacefulness, the something that cannot be really described. And so in 1904, yeah, he he died, let's just say. And this is something we all should learn from him, because the only way where he got the opportunity to become successful is by forgiving his past, and also by changing his, let's just say, lens, or we call it attitude, to this world, because he had very bad circumstances thrown at him, very bad stuff thrown at him, hardships. But despite all this, he just decided to, change his attitude and just see things more positively. He picked up on what he was thinking about. He picked up on the bad things he was thinking about his parents, and then he just all this he had the choice to just be positive or negative. Instead, he went to the positive side, and because of that, he became a very successful guy, and he was able to help his family out. And keep in mind, this is not the whole story. If you want to, you can just get the book yourself. I want this, and this is not a sponsor or anything. This my video is not sponsored by the author. This is just you can just go to Amazon, Google it, and get the book for yourself and read it. I really recommend you this book, honestly, because it really helped me. It helps me. It really helped me about human nature and YouTube. Back to the video. And also, just so you know, there's no affiliate links down into the description about this book, just so you know that I'm not telling you anything right now. And yeah, oftentimes in life we have hardships thrown at us, and because we lack this skill to slow down a bit and just think, like, instead of reacting, people oftentimes just instead of just stopping and thinking about it, and worst case scenario, isolating yourself so you can just see how you can overcome this hardship, people react to it a lot by their emotions and stuff. And when bad things happen to them, like Anton had happened to him, he he got mad at the world. He hated his parents and the world. But instead of staying this hateful, he knew that it would not get him any further. It would not get him any further with depression and thinking about his past and trauma all the time. So he had to just stand up on the ground and take care of himself, which was something that was written in his family. That was like a core part of his family. Take care of yourself, dress well, and treat others nicely. And like you should know that when hardships are thrown at you again, you should just stop a moment, and whenever it's thrown at you, just stop and just think, like, what I'm feeling right now. What is my attitude towards it? And when you know what you're feeling, what your attitude is, you reframe it into the positive side. Trust me, you will get a lot of opportunities seen to you when you just see things in a more positive light. And this stuff actually works. Not only that, there's a quote that I really love from a book I read, and it is, there is gold everywhere. Most people are not trained to see it. And so by learning how to change your attitude towards things into a more positive side is by learning how to see gold. And when you see that gold, you acquire it, and you just work to get that gold. And the only way to actually get that gold is to see it, is to realize it is there. And when you realize it is there, you just walk and you get it. This is a very important thing in life. Patience is what we lack nowadays. Positiveness is what we lack nowadays, and going out with friends and stuff is also something that we lack today, all because of one thing: our attitude to the circumstances that happen in life. Trust me, when you change your attitude in life, you are unbreakable. When you become more positive, nothing can break you. This is something you can get, but you have to work for it. And yeah, this is it with the story about the book. I hope you had a lot of fun and about listening to the story, and also thank you for taking the time off to just listen to this story about the book. And mad respect for you for holding this attention to me. And if you want to, I hate this stuff. This I have to say it honestly because it's all YouTube stuff. But smash that like button, the subscribe button, and share it to your amazing friends. And don't forget to comment your opinion on the story itself. And yeah, nothing else. I don't have nothing else to say. Otherwise, I really wish you an amazing day and see you later, guys.